Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I am going to give you a flip through of my altered book A to Z. So I have folded pages in this altered book, making special pages A to Z. So they are labeled with the alphabet letters A to Z. And they are not in the A to Z order in the journal, but they are in here, and that was going to drive me crazy. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to keep this journal because I really like the page fold ideas, and I want to be able to go back and look at these for ideas for later. So this is the cover that we did yesterday, and we did add the button closure. It is so easy to close that. So if you can find buttons that have the little goodie here, I highly recommend it. I'm going to go ahead and add a little charm that will hang off the edge there. And I still, probably tomorrow, as we go through the embellishments A to Z, using the book pages that we pulled out to make this journal, and I go through and show you those, I'm hoping to find a pocket to go here and something to go on this page. This is the journal that I made for the April ABC Junk Journal Challenge. A brand new challenge starts tomorrow, May. And if you have a journal that is unfinished that you want to finish, this might be the challenge for you, or finishing unfinished journals or making new ones in May. Come check it out. Tomorrow, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time will be the premiere. Okay, so to start off, I kept several, I kept like 4 or 5 of the original first pages to help hold the integrity of the book. I do think I'm going to put in a reinforcement here and in the back, because again, this book is only being held by the glue. And so, yeah, so we're going to be doing that. I did add in this tip-in page here. And so this is my first of the alphabet. This is our letter B. It is a border tuck. And so if you want to see how I folded the pages, I'm going to put the 2 videos in the description box down below. So there's a box with 14 plus, I think it actually ended up being 16 page fold ideas. And then there's another one with 10. And so I'll put those in the description box down below on how I folded them, as well as how I had torn the book apart, and that I decided to leave my torn pages in here. And after all the decorating, you really can't tell. Okay, I mean, some places you can, but for the most part, you can't. So this is our B. It's a border tuck. Now remember, for the challenge, which was the ABC Altered Book Junk Journal Challenge, we also had to decorate it. We needed to use 3 things plus a Dear Julie Julie digital piece. So on here, my Dear Julie Julie digital piece is this this piece here, and I've canceled it to make it have like a stamp. So we've got tissue, and we've got one of the painty papers from Susan Taylor Brown from The Gathering. I did make a lot of this book at The Gathering. So, okay. This is our angle pocket. And so there's an angle, and it has a flip, and you can write in here. We have fabric here, some more of the painty paper. This was a piece of scrapbook paper. We've got the tape, and I did the wonderful paint. So this is where I added paint into the journal using the Folk Art Treasure Gold. And Big Mama had introduced me to that paint, and I love it. Okay, so this is an angle pocket, and we'll put that. So this is just a piece of fabric here, and we have the pocket here. Now we have a large side pocket here, okay? And the decorations for that one are over here. We have our tissue, the Dear Julie Julie digital. It is also got some of the wax, so the alchemy wax here, and I used both bronze and a aged brass throughout the journal. Okay, we've got ledger here, some more scrapbook paper. This is pattern tissue that I put over the paper, and this is actually a little pocket. We also inked the page with the green. You're going to see I'm inked through all. This is my letter I, and it just happens to already be in here. We made this as one of the challenges at the gathering that Tara had put together for us. Thank you again, Tara. The challenges were so much fun. So these two pockets here, this is called half page, half page. And so this pocket here opens here, and this pocket here opens here. And then you can put your card like in here, and that will go like this, and then you'll have this like this. And these came from the same pages. So this envelope was junk mail. It came from the gathering. I loved that it had a white flower. That is my theme. I did use the green ink. There's my Dear Julie Julie digital. I used the wax. I put pattern tissue and ruffled it with the glue, added the wax, and then I flipped it over, giving it this really grungy, wonderful ruffle. We also have some of the drywall tape. Okay, more pattern tissue and Dear Julie Julie digital, and another little tabby thing. And then inside the pocket, I have one of the awesome tags from some of the Susan Taylor Brown stuff that was at the gathering. This is a piece of computer paper, and I added that. I believe this was part of the March embellishment kit that the Emerald Patreons got. Okay, so next we have our letter G. It's our gatefold side flips. Okay, so there's two pockets here, and our gatefold opens out for journaling. I turned the pattern tissue upside down so that it would not interfere with your writing. And then these two just go like this. And I was thinking that, you know, having a card or something here to help hold those down would be a good idea. But it really didn't end up needing it. Okay, but that is an idea. If you think that you need something in here to help hold those pieces together, you can do that. But I do have a pocket here, and I have a pocket here. Here's my Dear Julie Julie digital. I've got the pattern tissue, the wax, the drywall tape. Here's my Dear Julie Julie digital here also as a mini little card there. We have one of these wonderful stickers and added the word calla lily. Okay, so that is our gatefold side flips. That was our letter G. This is a plain page with some tissue and another one of those white paper or white flower stickers and tissue. And this was from washi tape from 49 and Market. And I used a page of washi tapes. This was a rub-on. Okay. Oh, this is our sailboat stacked pocket. So this is really fun. It is an angle pocket. Okay. With a pocket on the front. and it looked like a sailboat. So you've got this pocket, you've got its sail, and I thought it looked like a sailboat, so I call it a sailboat stacked pocket. We have some scrapbook paper here and an Easter seal stamp here that had a white flower on it. Again, the green ink, pattern tissue, and that beautiful rub-on from 49 and Market. And then our tag will go here and kind of hide the sail so that it's kind of hidden journaling. Okay, so flip up. I used the masking tape to take off the words from the book here. So this is kind of a fragile page, but it's really pretty. So there's our sailboat stacked pocket. Okay, so this time it's a sailboat stacked pocket. And there you go. So that was our letter S. Then I had this beautiful image from a magazine. I've been saving it with my Magnolia stuff. And so I was able to put it in here. And it's just a pocket. Okay. Letter P was a policy pocket page. We actually built a policy pocket out of book pages. I have another Easter seal here, some more of the 49 and Market here. These might be stickers, okay? There's our Dear Julie Julie digital. This is the inside piece. When I inked, way back here, we have our Whirlpool. Okay, so this is our Whirlpool frame pocket. And when I was inking it, this is what I had. So I took the inked piece and put it on this collaged page. I added a tea bag with some stitching. Okay, so I stitched on here. And I ended up, instead of letting it hang around, I did glue it down. But our policy pocket has the number 8 from the book page, and got some pattern tissue here, and you open that up and it's got a place that you can put something in there. Okay, so policy pocket page. There's our Dear Julie Julie digital, and we've got stamping. We've got some book page from I think it was German. More pattern tissue, more of that scrapbook paper. Okay, so letter P, policy pocket page. Letter M, matching mini pockets. So there's 6 little pockets here, and we did fill them with some fun little goodies. Oh, look at here. We've got a green card. And then this was greetings from the Amish country, but it was green. Okay, so matching mini pockets. We've got part of the napkin that the Emerald Patreons received in their ephemera kit. There's our Dear Julie Julie digital piece, and again I made a stamp out of it. And let's see, we've got some pattern tissue over here. And this is a different paper. It's not the paper from the book. And we've got a collaged piece across here that was a scrap. So that's what it looks like behind. Okay, see it going all the way across. Then up there, pattern tissue. Okay, so pattern tissue, a scrap, napkin, and your Dear Julie Julie digital. So you've got all your parts, all your pieces, and that was our letter M. Okay, our letter I was our inside border tuck. And I did some stitching, just some crazy stitching here on the edge. This is our inside border tuck. And we've got our Dear Julie digitals right here. We have some sticker. We have some painty paper from Susan Taylor Brown and a piece. This is a Dear Julie digital. It was part of the Emeralds, but mine, my printer was, remember when my printer was dying? And so it's got all these strange lines and things in it. And so that is our letter I, inside border tuck. And I had this piece of the lace, and I went ahead and stitched this and added that there. We needed to have some stitching in the journal, so I added that. This is our crisscross, or well, let's see what that's really supposed to be. Crossover tuck page. Crossover tuck. So there's our crossover. See, crisscross. And I have made a file card to go in there. And so our letter C, we've got some stickers. The Dear Julie digital is this little postcard. We've done that splatter paint on here. A painty page, a Dollar Tree tissue, and a little white doily, a crochet doily that looks like a white flower right in the middle of all those. That's our crossover tuck page, our letter C. Okay, added some tissue from the gathering here to this page. Then we have our flip-flop with a flap. We had this embossed leaf, and so I added that. This is our Dear Julie digital. Excuse me. We've got sticker page here. We've got lined paper, so you can write on that. You've got a little pocket that something can eventually go in. You'll be able to write here and here and here and here. Inside you have a library card, pocket, tissue, one of the leaves. I mean, there's a lot going on here. You have way more than your 3 items, but it's a flip-flop, okay? So it's a way that I use to add more journaling space to a journal, and I call it a flip-flop. So that was our letter F, and then on the back we collaged, and this fit here, and it says don't give up. It was fitting when you were doing all of this decorating and making this your own folded pocket. So the letter Y, in the challenge, you got to choose and make your own folded pocket that we hadn't already made. And so I took the double tuck, and I've added this beautiful image from a magazine. This was a sticker, and I put it on tissue so that it would help hold it. And I've decorated in here. I've got some of the dots from that beautiful Tim Holtz, the giant rabbit stamp set. It has the plaids, where I just had some of it. The plaid stamp, and it has this dot. And then I added, this is a punch out from a magazine, napkin, tissue, the napkin that the Emeralds got, and a Dear Julie digital here. And then this little goodie here is holding these, and you have a place to write, okay? So this was my own idea. So I took the double tuck page, and instead of flipping the triangles in, I flipped them out so that you would have writing space. Okay, so that was my letter Y, your own, and I'm calling that double tuck flip. Double tuck flip. This is the thumb slot pocket page top. So your thumb slot is on the top. You're able to put something in here. We have that beautiful napkin. We have inking. We have some of the gold wax, a plaid stamp, more gold wax up here, more of the napkin. I love the way this turned out. And it also has a piece of that light tissue from Dollar Tree. Okay, and then on this journal, you notice I went ahead and I left the ruffly edges. And so this is the tissue, and I love the way it turned out. So we've got the tissue, and then we've got the ruffly edge from the napkin. Here's our Dear Julie Julie digital. It's a little tiny postcard. So that's our letter T, thumb slot pocket page top. Okay, this is just, I added a pocket here. It's over the top. This is a new chapter, and it's over the top of some writing, so you can use it as a pocket, or you can just write on this page. Added some music here, and then you can lightly see that it has some light inking. That was after I used the stencil, and then this was the leftover ink, and I went ahead and just went to see what I could get. This is our ripped stacked pockets. Okay, so ripped. So there's 1 and 2 stacked pockets. This is our Dear Julie Julie digital here. This is from a Friday freebie. We've got some inky page here. I think this is actually vellum from Susan Taylor Brown. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. And then some tissue, and then another napkin. So painty paper, tissue, napkin, and Dear Julie Julie digital, and some ink. And there's some lined paper behind that also. Okay, and then I've just added a Dear Julie Julie digital scrap with a sticker on it in there. And this was time card scrap and a little goodie here. And I've gone ahead and already put those in there because they fit. Okay, so this, I covered up the typewritten stuff here. We've got a little sticker, and then I've made a tuck. And so this was from green papers from the gathering. People knew I was doing green, and I would come back to my desk at the gathering, and there would be things on my desk. So that's really, really fun. Okay, so here, this is Over the Edge Hidden Pocket. So this one has tissue, pattern tissue, gold. There's our Dear Julie Julie digital. We have the napkin, some more pattern tissue up here. We did the pattern tissue fold over ruffle. So the back part has the wax, and the front part is the tissue. So it almost looks like you've got 2 different things here. Okay, and this comes out. It has a 49 and Market tape there, and on this side we have some wallpaper, and we have this card. I think Tara brought those, so we have that. Okay, and that just goes in here. So you've got hidden journaling space in this pocket. Okay, over the edge, this is our O, over the edge hidden pocket page. Okay, this was an interesting, we had the letter V. This is our vestment sash style belly band. So it is a belly band, okay? And we have used, this is tissue right here that's on here. It's a junk mail envelope. There's our Dear Julie Julie digital. Pattern tissue, scrapbook paper, painty paper, all on this junk envelope. And we have it's on a page, okay? So you'll watch the video and you'll see that I cut it, I folded it in, we glued it to the other one after I put down, this is a Dear Julie Julie digital from the March Patreon kit, and I just covered the page with that and then put that under, and you have a belly band. Okay, and you have a place for a card. So there you can see the book page that we used, and that just goes right in there. And that is our vestment sash style belly band. So I was at church and the deacon was wearing a sash, and I was like, oh, a sash. And then I came home, I was like, vestment sash. Letter V, perfect. Okay. So here I covered up the writing on this page with some white tulips. I have a scrap from some other place in the journal, a piece of the white book page, and this is just taking that up. This is one of my favorite things. This is our letter Z. It's a Zorro fold-out page. Okay? So we have a flip here where you can write under it. And I just took the guest check apart, put the bottom part under, glued it up here, and there it is a pocket up here also. Okay, so you can write here. That's tissue covering that. We have map, we have stamping, we have our Dear Julie Julie digital here. We have some fabric here. Now this also pulls out this way. And you've got the sticker. This was one of the stack of stickers, and so I put it on here. And so you have your book page and your sticker, and got some more stamping, and then this pulls out like this. This is more of that napkin. And you can see Zorro, right? So Zorro fold out page. Zorro fold out page. That's one of my favorites. Okay. This is our quadruple. So this is the letter Q. Quadruple pocket page. So it's got 4 pockets. Okay. So there's a pocket there. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. And then there's this pocket here. And, Big Mama gave me this because it had white flowers on it. And so, yeah, so I put that in there. I've got a Dear Julie Julie digital here, napkin, tissue, scrapbook paper scrap, washi tape from the 49 and Market, so, and ink. Okay, so we've covered all the bases, and that is our letter Q, quadruple pocket page. Now remember, I have not added, I've added like 1 or 2 of my items from the embellishments A to Z. So these pockets and things will get filled with that. So here I have my keeping pocket accordion style. And instead of having them all be the same size, we went with 2 different sizes. Okay, so I have this one. We've got our Dear Julie Julie digital here, our napkin, our ink, our tissue, another one of those fern pieces, and some of the tape, and we did ink. Okay, so I've got 2 pockets that I can fill, and this one has a really cool card in it, and I did the in and out style, and I'm letting the pieces come over and hang out the edge over here. Okay, so that is keeping pocket accordion style. Our letter K. We have another angle pocket here. This time it doesn't have the flip up, but you've got writing space and a pocket, and I think that's really cool. This is our under-over pocket pages. Under-over pocket pages. So you've got this pocket page and this pocket page. And so they are ripped. You'll see that I did several ripped pockets so that I could do ripped things throughout and it would all be cohesive. So this is one of the ripped pocket pages. This one has napkin. Okay, so this is from my napkin. It has a cutout and a punch out and a punch out. This is one of the papers from Grabby. This is wrapping paper, or no, this is origami paper. Big Daddy brought out a big package of origami paper for us at the gathering, and I grabbed a couple of green ones. And then this was from the package that had the rectangles. It also had a few circles, stickers. So I have the wax, and I have both colors of ink on this page, plus the tape. So we've got all of our 4 things. Here's another Dear Julie Julie digital. I have a pocket here, and I have a pocket here. We can write all in this space. I used these to cover up words, and I did the masking tape here, and then this was a plain white page. There was writing here, so that I covered the writing there. Okay, so that one is our under and over pocket pages. So it's a formula that I used to be able to get these pocket pages. You can see they go together. Okay, it's pretty cool. Okay, this is just a pocket. So literally, it's a pocket, just a pocket. Here's another Dear Julie Julie digital from the Emerald kit, from the Patreon kit. We have our Dear Julie Julie digital here. This is from the rub-ons from the 49 Market. So is this. And we have the pattern tissue and the green ink. I love that page. I mean, it's so simple, but I mean, that just does it right there. Then you've got the pattern tissue from this page is coming over and hanging off the edge. I love that it gives it, it calmed it down because there's so much green. I was like, oh my gosh, I overdid the green. And so what can I do? This is our letter X. It's an X pocket centerfold. And so you've got the 4 tucks, and there's our Dear Julie Julie digital, and it just goes, it turned out that it fit in there perfect. We did stencil. We stenciled behind all of this. Okay, too much green. So I added the tissue over the top of it. This was like this page. It's like I kept coming back and going, oh, what can I do? What can I do? And I do love it after I got it all finished. I added pattern tissue. You can see I pieced the pattern tissue to fit it on here. I've got some paper here. So I put it here with the white flowers. And then the piece that I cut off here, I put up here. I have napkin here and a Dear Julie Julie digital fussy cut there. We have a big card that was in my stash that is a white flower. I think that was in my stash. That might be from the gathering. And then this was from the Emerald kit, the Magnolia vase. And this one says Chervil leaves, and we added the fun gold paint to that, and it again is our letter X, X pocket centerfold. So there's that. Then we have our letter E, which is an envelope pocket flip. And this is a pocket made out of one of the pages. I used computer paper on both sides, added Dear Julie Julie digital here and here, added a little bit of the wax down here. And then our envelope just goes ahead, and we've got map, we've got wax, we've got Dear Julie Julie digital right here, our fabric, and you turn it over, and we made it look like it's ready to get mailed. It's got an Easter seal stamp, the tissue, and I love the way that turned out. That's our envelope pocket flip. Okay, and then this is just 2 pockets. Okay, so it was another page, and I went ahead and made 2 pockets. Added Dear Julie Julie page here. This is the napkin that the Emeralds got in their pack, and this is pattern paper. Okay, another piece from that Magnolia magazine picture. Added these pattern tissue. I'm covering the words right here. Added this. This was from a page that I got from Spectrum Art Creation a couple years ago. And so I added it here to cover up words here, and it's just a pocket. This was out of a vintage Boy Scout magazine or handbook. And I made it into an accordion page here. I did go ahead and add this here to cover the words. I didn't do anything about those up there, but I like the way that this framed that also. And then here I have the awesome page that Tara showed us how to make at the gathering. And it's, you crinkle your book page, because remember we were in April, we were using book pages, as many as we could, that from what we had taken out of our altered book. And so we crumpled it, and then you put ink on it, and then you crumpled it in another direction, and you put a different ink on it, and then you crumpled it in another direction, and you put a different ink. So I did ink and then the gold wax, and I love the way this turned out. Okay, and then some other pieces that I had in my little stash, and it's just a pocket. This is just covering up writing here. Okay, here I added this little paper. We've got this, and we also have, you know, something's got to be glued. Oh, it was this here. Okay, so I have a couple of pieces of note paper, and it just fits in there. It's fixed now. Okay, and this was from my stash. Added that around, but then you can also use this as a pocket. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna leave that in there. Okay, we have a top tuck. Added the lace. This is just an extra page here. It's blank, but there was writing up here, so this is how I covered up the writing. And then you've got writing space here. Okay, this is a narrow, tall pocket. Okay, so there's a place for you to put something. These work perfect in the journal that we made. So the black journal that I used to show you how to do the pages, we ended up at the gathering decorating several of the pages, each of us that were there, and we gave it to Big Mama. So it has so she has a book with all of the different things are in it, all the different elements, and she's going to finish the pages that were not quite finished. And then we told y'all to, if you send her Happy Mail, tags and cards and things like that, she'll be able to put them in and fill the journal. Okay, but one of the, Susan made, I had given her, she was my roommate, and I gave her one of the gold pens, and she decorated, and this fits perfect into the narrow pocket. So just a little FYI. Okay, so narrow, tall pocket, and mine has a ticket with things in it. It has the book page. It's got stickers and ink and wax, and the Dear Julie Julie digital is behind it. And then over here, there was some writing here. We covered some of the writing with book page, and then down here I added this piece and added the wax to make it look like, just to make it all look cohesive. Here I just added a scrappy waterfall. It was to cover up the words, because there was words up here. You still have that writing space. And then I love this, so added the fern, or the leaf here. Okay, here's the next. This is letter D, double tuck flip. I've used my Dear Julie Julie postcards and put them behind these two pages. This one has writing and stuff on the inside, but it fits behind the double tuck flap. So like when you use an envelope and your flap goes on one side and then the envelope part goes on the other, well, we made just the double tuck flap. Okay, and then I had some mulberry paper and I added that, and this, you saw this just came in my grabby box. There's our Dear Julie Julie digital, and we did some inking here and here, and I love the way that turned out. See, double tuck flap. This is my Whirlpool frame. Okay, and when I glued mine together, I left this open so something can go in here, and I left a little piece here. Okay, so something could go in here so they could hold things. Added stickers, added ink, both kinds of ink, and the wax there also. Okay, and so this can go here, and that can go there, and we'll put this so we know what it is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's scrapbook paper back there. I didn't find a flower that I liked for back there, so I went ahead and used the scrapbook paper that I've been using. Okay, so I was gonna try having this stacked more. I did have the room, and but I didn't like the way that it was working, and so I need to try that again, a little different. Yeah, so that's the Whirlpool frame. Napkin, computer paper, ink. Then I did another double tuck flap. This was with a piece of the origami paper that Big Daddy gave us. It was double-sided, so I flipped it up, and so I have a double tuck flap. So there's a here and here, and then this one here also. Okay, so I think that turned out really, really cool. And then 49 and Market rub-ons added to the last page. Okay, so again, I'm going to be adding some fabric or something here to help hold, because all that's holding this to this, you know, if the spine were to come undone, it would be so sad. And I still have the embellishments to add. So this is how thick I am decorating. And then I need to add my 26 A to Z embellishments that we made using the book pages that we tore out. So you will see that video tomorrow. Okay? That video, yeah. So, I thought I had one more day. I forgot there's only 30 days. Okay, so that video will come up, and of all the embellishments, and you'll be able to watch that sometime this week. I do have, they are all finished, and this is everything that I have that still needs to get put in here. It's my master board. But those are my pages, and I really think that that is the most important thing for you guys to make sure that you see is the folded pages decorated, and I think that it was a lot of fun. And so yeah, what did you guys think of the Altered Book ABC Junk Journal Challenge? This is probably our 7th, 8th, 9th ABC challenge. They are a lot of fun. Trying to come up with different things using the letters has always been fun. Yeah, so make sure you let me know. What was your favorite page idea? Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a brand new challenge. So our brand new challenge starts tomorrow. Remember, you're going to get to finish an unfinished journal this month if you wanted to, or you get to make a new one. And so that is really exciting. So at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, we will have a premiere here showing the new challenge, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have an amazing day, everybody. Also, today at 1 o'clock is our March VIP. So everyone that finished their March Reader's Digest journal, we have a Zoom party, and I can't wait to see you there. Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.